Okay, LMMS tutorial. I'm sure there's like many out there, but all of them suck. And not to fear though, 'cause your old pal Tony Pizza is here. Basic stuff. I'm not sure what this does. I'm not an expert on this. Controller rack, effects mixer, song editor. This is the important one. You want this one. All of these, you can drag them around, do whatever you want with them. They can get the fuck out of here though. I like to make this one a bit bigger, just so I can see what I'm doing a little better. This is what they usually come with. Sample track, beat and bassline automation track. I don't like using these. I don't like using any of these. The default one that this comes with is triple oscillator, and it sounds like this. Pretty basic sine wave. To open up the thing, you double click on this. It's gonna open one that's only like 4 bars. So, fuck. You can like put notes and shit here. And then if you want to make them bigger notes, you drag them. I'm sure you probably knew that though. Now, here's where I got confused, right? Because you can use this here to select them, Control C, Control V. That's going to paste it over there. And then you just use this tool to drag it over. It does that. Now that you have that, it's going to show up as 1 bar. If you, for some reason, like, because this is only like 1 right here, and this is the 4 that it shows up, right? So if you took this and you, here, I'll just do this for an example. If you, come on, dude. Okay, so if you, I don't think those are aligned at all, but it doesn't matter. If you do like multiple bars, because you see I have like 1, this goes all the way through 1 and it goes to 2, then it makes the sample sort of thing longer. And then what you can do is you can copy this, paste it again if you want, and you are going to have to do it all manually. So triple oscillator's fine. I don't prefer it. So you got 2 options here. You got my samples, which is like actual like samples or whatnot. These suck. These suck so hard. Like these are like, these go out of their way to suck. Oh Christ. Okay, so yeah, that's annoying. I just wouldn't use them if I were you. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted, but I wouldn't. So like, shit. Here, I'll take one. Oh, I guess you can't. So I would ignore this, but you can mess around with it if you want. What I actually like is this it? I forget, I haven't used this in a while. It's my presets. It's this one right here on the left, the star. You've got a bunch of different ones that it comes with, and these sound much better. These all come in the same key, so no matter what you put over here, it's all going to sound the same. Shit. If you want to change this so that you don't have to like redo the whole thing, you just take this, you drag it here, and it changes it to whatever it is. So now it sounds like yeah, there. It doesn't sound great because some of them just, like, some of the plugins just don't work as well. Like this one sounds like that, but if I got like an arpeggio one, for example, like this, then it would sound completely different. So yeah. what I like to do, right, is I'll show you this in a second. You go to settings, you go to, this is going to be the default sound file or whatever. I'm not sure what it looks like when you first get it, but it's just going to say like default or whatever. What I do is SF2. That's the file. That is not what I was talking about. Right here. So you see, this is the website that I use. It's kind of reliable. I mean, obviously you want to be like virus checking like everything, but this is going to show up like a bunch of sound fonts, and they all come in like SF2 files. That's what this accepts. So what you would do is you to change it, you press the folder and then you find whatever SF2, and then you put it there. You're gonna press OK, and it's gonna tell you that it needs to restart lmms in order to put it in, and then you just do that, and then it loads in. Now the reason why this is important, and I already have one loaded, is because what you can do is you can use SF2 player, and that's much better than all of these shitheads on the side. So you drag that there, and then it's going to show up the sound font. And now it doesn't matter what you have as your, it's going to show up whatever your default is, but if you want to change that, then you just press the folder, open sound font file. Hold on, mine's kind of slow. I don't know where my other ones are, but I could change it if I really wanted to. I don't want to do that right now. And then if you want to change the instrument, because this shows all of the instruments that are in the sound font, I have General MIDI loaded right now. It's kind of messed up a little bit because I loaded the arpeggio one, but you can hear right now that it sounds like the General MIDI piano. And if I wanted to change it to something else, then I could, and it sounds like that. And now you could do this for like any instrument here in the track. If you want to make more tracks, you just drag this to an empty section, or you can you just drag it to an empty section, whatnot. You can mess with the beat and bass line and all of this if you want. I find it a bit of a hassle, so I just don't, but you know, you could do whatever you want with that. Automation track, I haven't messed with too much. I know that it does certain things, like it can change the pitch or the speed, and that's how that works, but I don't mess with it, so that I'll just leave alone for now. You got your tempo. This you drag up or down depending on whether or not you want to change it. Time signature, same deal. This changes the volume of the whole thing, and this changes the pitch. So regular sounds like that. Turn it down a couple notes, sounds like that, and it does the same thing. Be careful when you're using this though, because if you, for example, use let me find it. If you're using like one of these, it will change the instrument. So like that sounds like that, right? Pretty standard. Sounds like that. You turn the pitch down, it changes the instrument. See? So you want to be careful when you're using that. I don't know if there's a way you could do it for this one, but anyways. This on the side means that it's playing, the green. You turn it off, it doesn't work. It turns off. It mutes the track. Pressing this on the side shows you what the instrument sounds like. Volume, obviously, adjust the volume. Pan is left or right. Okay. The red solos the track. And then if you want, you can double click this to name it so that way you can keep track of it. That's pretty much all I do in it, and everything else is kind of like you could just mess around with it. Then when you're done with whatever you're working on, you can save it or save as. I don't want to save this though because it kind of sucks. You could export it. You could export the tracks. I again don't want to do that. And if you wanted to import something, like if you downloaded a MIDI file, I have a couple of these here. You can import these. I'll mute these. So yeah, and then it just plays whatever you have going on in whatever sound font, and you can do whatever you want with it. You could tweak it. You could change the pitch, the volume, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to do. I mean, I'm sure there's probably more, but I don't mess with it as much as I used to. And that's basically it.